Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, guys, and welcome to MHF, people. I think we live in the world of copium at the current moment by everyone around the world. It started with Liverpool fans saying and cussing me for saying that they wanted Amarim, but then he didn't align with the management. And I got cussed by somebody in my comments earlier because I said Arne Slot was the third choice because Amarim was the second one after Zabi Alonso. But that's besides the point because now, if you Google Maresca right there, you'll see the amount of copium that is happening by Chelsea fans who sat with me on my channel and on This Is Football, Footy Judge Mo on This Is Football, and actually sat on the chat by the thousands on the football terrace and told us that we have standards and Pochettino should be sacked. And we told them that if you sack Pochettino and you end up with someone unknown, you literally just threw out a 1 year of 1 year of body of work. And it ended up with Man United fans now accepting that because there is nobody on the market that Ten Hag. They wrote a letter to Ineos to have Ten Hag stay at the club. Wallahi, I think we live in a world where I'm going to say even Arsenal fans, some of you guys, not all of you, but some of you just live on the, it is what it is. What can we do? Pep is here. We just accept it as it
You're
is.
just calling out everyone at the start of the stream, yeah? خلاص,
Hopefully
everyone.
next season we will win.
You're cooking
It will happen.
Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Liverpool.
But that's the only thing. And
Cook
I'm
City
going to
as well.
say
They
something.
had 15 people at the parade.
It's not that. I'm going to cook City for one thing. For you lost the cup to one of the weakest Man United. And I saw some City stream saying, well, it's all right. He got it wrong. What can we do? And by the way, I hold the same thing. And if you haven't watched me when I got knocked out away from home with penalties against Atletico Madrid, you can go and watch me to say you don't have standards and why do you talk about our clubs? But I am here to talk about the Premier League. And if you want to talk about Inter, I reached the Champions League final last season and I was Inzaghi out because he barely scraped top four when we had a team to challenge for the title. So I hold the same thing. If you call yourself a big club, you call down. You say these things. But I think we're here today to talk about a couple of things only. We're not going to talk about Liverpool. Liverpool is for another day. Chelsea and Man United. The way I'm seeing, and listen, people, we have over 200 people here. And listen, I want to get to 200 likes right off the bat. Right off the bat. Like, I want you to stop everything that you're doing at the current moment and just hit that like button. Just like the video, because when you like the video, we're going to get more people watching. Just now, I am sure that 200 people, I'm sure there is 200 people live on the stream right now that haven't hit that thumbs up. It's not lit underneath your live chat. Close the live chat. If you're on your phone, hit that like button. If you're watching this on the TV, there is a way to like it. I just don't know it, right? I literally
There is
don't.
a way. Just take your smart TV remote, use the mouse, and you can like the video, just like you can do
And
it
I
on
want
your laptop.
you to tell me your opinions. Listen, I really want to sit here and
Who
have
do
a
you want to
rant
start with, Man United or Chelsea first?
before Sam comes in. I'm gonna start with Chelsea Football Club, and I want to have a rant about this
Okay.
because I'm annoyed because it's not that I'm a fan of Chelsea or a fan of Arsenal or a fan of Man United or whatever. But if you're gonna sit here and tell me that we have standards and the board and stuff, wallahi, big up Goonie. He texted me and said, Mo, I am not watching English football next year. I do not recognize the club anymore. The facts are, I am not going to sit here and tell you it's not going to work. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice, like I did for Ange Postecoglou. However, this is Chelsea Football Club. When you fired Mourinho and you got whatever the other guy did, the guy that you got. And then after this, you got Ancelotti. And then you had Mourinho. And then you had Antonio Conte. And then you got Thomas Tuchel. Now we're going to championship managers because, and I quote, right? It's not me talking. I'm going to quote something now that if when you guys hear it, wallahi, you're not going to recognize. Chelsea have studied how Arteta eventually thrived after leaving Guardiola's staff and hope Maresca can flourish in the same way. This is not my words. These are not my words. These are not my words. I'm not going to sit here and say that you aren't going to flourish under this guy. However, I'm going to say this. If you're going to go and spend 100 million on Enzo and 100 million in Caicedo and keep Levi Colwill, who's valid at 50 million, and sign Cole Palmer and try to negotiate with Michael Olise and try to negotiate with Osimhen, I think the least you can do for these players, right, is to, and you're talking about getting Oblak, right, from Atletico Madrid. I think the least thing you can do is at least battle Barcelona for Hansi Flick. Like, at least.
This is Chelsea you're talking about, right? Not Man United.
Yeah, at least battle, because you have been in a freaking process since they took over the club. At least go negotiate with Hansi Flick. Like, for us to sit here and realize after a week of you firing Pochettino, that the final list was McKenna, Maresca, Thomas Frank, and even I'm going to include De Zerbi with them. That's not up to the level. You could have kept Pochettino. Yani,
None of the managers you mentioned are better than Poch to begin with.
By the way, I'm going to tell you something. Even De Zerbi isn't better than Pochettino. And I'm a biggest fan of it. It's not even, like, with all due respect.
For you to say this is crazy because you're a big
De Zerbi hasn't, yeah, Habibi, De Zerbi hasn't coached at a top club. This guy coached Messi. Like, with all due respect to the mistakes he made Spurs relevant, right? And
he did.
At the end for Chelsea, he made some mistakes, but at the end it worked for him in the last part. And it's not me saying that Maresca is not. And I'm going to say this, guys, you have to understand. If I told Chelsea fans before you get Poch, after he sacked Graham Potter in last summer, you're getting Maresca, you would have protested in front of the club.
No, I agree with you. The problem is they're coping. As you said at the start of the stream, they are coping, because if I told Chelsea fans last summer you're going to get Maresca, they would have all been like, who? What are you talking about? We're Chelsea Football Club.
Who's Maresca? They're going to tell you who's Maresca.
Yeah, and I think Chelsea fans have been humbled over the last 2 weeks. The reason why I say they've been humbled is, you know, me and you have had conversations with Chelsea fans from the start of this whole transfer saga thing and this Poch thing and all this, and we've spoken to Chelsea fans. And the Chelsea fans were talking about the likes of Hansi Flick and Thomas Tuchel and the best of the best and all this. And over the last 2 weeks, they've been really humbled because they're looking at options in this market that are simply not to the level that all of them are talking about. I mean, when they were talking about sacking Poch, they were talking about Flick, Simeone, Thomas Tuchel, مش عارف إيش. Now they're looking at the likes of McKenna and the likes of Maresca. And I'll be so completely honest with you. There's three things. We understand Maresca plays offensive football. We understand Maresca is you know, the sort of like Arteta project. And the reality is, as well, is that they want a yes man. Now, like, you know, contrary to popular belief, I don't think there's a problem with a yes man, because you have to let the board and these guys make transfer decisions if the structure is right. The problem at Chelsea, the structure hasn't been right for 2 years. So you're allowing the people in the offices at the top ruin your club even more than they've ruined it in this very moment in time. And this is where the separation comes in. This is where these conversations become very interesting, let's say, regarding this whole managerial thing. Because we cannot, by definition, sit up here and act like Todd Bowley and co and all these guys have been making smart managerial decisions and blah, 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 or smart, player signings or any of that type of stuff. I'll give an example. Man United is a club that we'll speak on in a bit, but just to use them as the example, I think McKenna and Maresca could succeed at Man United. Why? Dan Ashworth, Omar Barada, Jim Ratcliffe, they're completely changing the direction they're headed in, and their structure is at least looking like a possibly solid structure, unlike the one that they have at Chelsea. This is the sixth manager in a 2-year period for Chelsea. They're hiring and sacking, kind of like Abramovich did, but they don't have Abramovich's players. At least Abramovich brought in the best of the best. At least Abramovich bought the best players. I don't look at the Chelsea situation and think that Maresca is better than Poch, or De Zerbi is better than Poch, or McKenna's better than Poch. Might as well just stick around with Poch. Maybe if you kept Pochettino in your club, maybe if you kept Pochettino in your institution, you develop some form of stability. The players like him. You speak to the likes of Enzo Fernandez, that is, and other players, Jackson, who have made very sad posts when Pochettino left the club. So obviously they liked him. I think the reality is the third point, which is him being a yes man, is the reason why Poch was sacked. They sacked Pochettino not because of on pitch stuff, because me and Mo said this last time. Just focus on what they're saying. If it was on pitch, why didn't you sack him when you were 12th? It was never about on the pitch. It was off the pitch because Pochettino had demands and wanted to sign certain caliber of players. That's just the reality of the situation. That's why they sacked him. And now they get the yes man, which is exactly what they want.
Yeah, I'm to be honest with you, I'm so like stunned that after all this money, you're gonna get Maresca and do a process. You know what I mean? يا أخي fuck these processes يا أخي nobody يا أخي يا أخي fuck the process يا أخي والله. You know why fuck the process? These people are fucking ignorant, bro. Bro, Arsenal did a process when they got rid of the expensive players and they got the Martinellis, the Sakas, the Gabriels, the Ben White, 50 million Ben White, right? I think it was the most expensive signing before Kai Havertz. Well, that's called a process. You know what I mean? They got Ramsdale from relegated Bournemouth at that time. Do you know what I mean? Like that is called a process. You're building a process, like they already had Granit Xhaka. You know what I mean? That's called a process. Like you build Saka, Martinelli, Gabriel. That's a process. But there is no process in the world where you go sign a Caicedo, a Lavia. It is no that's not there is no process when you go and negotiate with Osimhen. Osimhen is not gonna come here and do the process, bro. Like, let's forget this fucking process shit, bro. It's like it gets on my nerve, bro. It just fucking process, I get it. You built a team, Arsenal, and it's gonna win for the next fucking 5 years, right?
Why are you
Chelsea
so angry,
didn't
bro?
fucking do this, bro. Because
You're so angry at Chelsea. I know why. Because you spent the first 4 months of the season arguing pro Poch, and then you went to their side. You were like, you know what? Fair enough. They're 12th. And at the end of the season, you realize, you know what? I think I moved too early. I should have stuck with Poch. And now you see the options that they're getting. Chelsea fans have been humbled. You don't understand. Everything they've said about their football club is now in the mud because of the options that they're looking at. They're not looking at the best of the best. Bro, the days of Chelsea are over. They're not even looking at the likes of Allegri or Tuchel or Hansi Flick or anyone even.
No, Allegri is free, right?
Yeah, I know. They're not even looking at the best of the best. They're not even doing any of that. They're looking at Enzo Maresca, Scott McKenna, and Thomas Frank. That's who Chelsea are linked with. They just don't understand until they recognize that it's Igbali and Bowley that's the problem at Chelsea. I don't think they can fix any of that type of stuff. Igbali and Bowley are the biggest problems at Chelsea Football Club. The scouts are the biggest problem at Chelsea Football Club. The scouts need to leave. Igbali and Bowley running the club into the shits. And Johnny Minerals was right. He was right. The clowns at the top, they're the problem. Not necessarily anyone else.
The thing about it now is that Chelsea, like Maresca with Leicester. I haven't watched one game of Leicester, bro. Maresca, his name is Maresca.
Maresca. They almost bottled the championship, by the way. They almost bottled the championship to Ipswich.
Like I'm like I don't know, bro. Bro, I don't know. Like this is to be honest with you. This is like, and the problem is, same fucking accounts, same people, bro, told me, no, Maresca, what Maresca? But the same people are fucking tweeting pro Maresca. Yeah, you have some shame. It's 2 days ago you weren't tweeting.
Yeah.
2 days
No,
ago.
I hear you.
Just 2 days ago, you were tweeting. But anyway, the way we're not son Maresca who? McKenna who? We're going for the big guys. Bro, 2 days ago it was Amorim. Portugal's top division winner. Amorim twice. 2 days ago, your least option, your least option for you was De Zerbi. You were like, yeah, if I get De Zerbi, I might accept it. I might give him a chance.
No, I agree with you. They were talking about De Zerbi and they were talking about Chelsea and they were talking about, the next level. And now, look, here's the thing. The same people that said shit about Arnie Slot when we were first linked to him, a week later they're like, "Oh, look how Arnie Slot." The one argument that genuinely drives me mad is when people start saying stuff like, but he plays offensive football. Yeah, I can. Me and Mo can name you right now 100 managers that play offensive football. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers plays offensive football, and he just won the league at Celtic. Brendan Rodgers plays offensive football. He coached the youth academy in Chelsea, so he's proper Chelsea. You get me? Yeah, they stop using offensive football as an excuse to hire a manager. It is not an excuse. There are so many managers who play offensive football. Glasner from Crystal Palace plays offensive football. Yahi McNeil plays offensive football to an extent with Wolves, to an extent. Iraola plays offensive football at Bournemouth. We can go to the Dutch league. Maybe the go-ahead Eagles manager plays offensive football. Yahi, who gives a fuck? So many managers play offensive football. It's never been about that. It's about the step up. The same people.
I want a position-based football. I want touch the ball. You know what I mean? I want to get the ball, pass the ball. Remember, pass the ball around. We want
Yeah, Pep
position. Yeah,
Guardiola.
fuck position-based football. Yeah, wallahi, Burnley played position-based football, and they got relegated.
Yeah.
Wallahi.
The company did it.
But you know what? Get me. We want position-based football. But when Pochettino had 66% ball position, higher than Pep Guardiola for the first 12 games in the season, you were crying. You were crying.
Because
We're
your
not winning.
forwards weren't scoring.
Why we're not winning? Why we're not winning? Position. I want to keep the ball. Keep the ball. Yeah. What the fuck was keep the fucking ball? Yeah. What is this fucking keep the ball? Yeah. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. What? We want to play. Yeah, you never played keep the ball. You had fucking Mourinho when you started winning in 2004.
Conte, Ancelotti, none of these are keep the ball managers.
Ancelotti, who doesn't know how to keep the ball, and then you had Mourinho again, and then you had Antonio Conte, successful, and then you fucking won a Champions League with fucking Di Matteo. What fucking position-based football you want to play?
Thomas Tuchel, possession.
Yeah, what fucking position football you want to fucking play? We want to play. We want to be. You know what? They looked across Arsenal. We want to be like them. Yeah, they are not winning. And you mocked them for 20 years, Yahi. You mocked them 20 years. You're mocking them about that. I remember Chelsea fans when they mocked Arsenal fans under Wenger. I remember that.
Process.
It wasn't social media. It was Facebook. I remember. Do you know what they say? You play good football, good looking football. Wilshere pass the ball. You remember this? Alexander Hleb.
Yeah.
You remember this period? But
They played amazing football, Arsenal.
Yeah, but the Chelsea used to tell them, but we win. You fucking play position-based football, but we win. They used to tell Arsenal fans this: you and your position-based football are in the bin. We win the trophies. We reach Champions League finals. We win Champions League. You used to tell them, yeah, you scored the best goal in the league, but we won the league.
Jack Wilshere versus Norwich.
Yeah. Do you remember that? Like, you scored the best goal in the league, but we won the league. You didn't. What a trophy. They used to tell Arsenal fans this. Now, they're like, okay, I want to play position-based football. Yeah, what position-based football? Yeah, what is this? What is this?
That's not proper Chelsea.
Chelsea, you'd fucking try the process, yeah. Didn't you get Graham Potter and you couldn't even wait? You couldn't. And by the way, I'm going to tell you something. Thomas Tuchel. You got Thomas Tuchel. He fixed your defense, won you the Champions League. The next season, you got third. You went to the Champions League. You lost in the quarterfinal, and then the year after you couldn't wait. When he had like 5 bad results, you sacked him. What process
Yeah,
you gonna? Do you think when
yeah, no,
Maresca
but-
like 5-6 games, you're gonna have Chelsea fans waiting on the side like, yeah, it's a process. 5 games, Maresca. If he loses, you're gonna say Maresca out.
you know it's trending on Twitter already.
I
It's
got
trending on Twitter already. Maresca out, just so you know.
bro. I got Lewis on Husam's stream. The only part right there. Lewis said, I still have standards. I want to win a trophy and get top 4. I get you, but you hired a championship manager that is still gonna learn to coach in the Premier League. It might work, it might not work. I don't know. But don't tell me it's standard. Oh, Mo, you don't know. But I don't know. But by the way, the whole point is that I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That is the
it's
whole
a
point.
very high risk.
That like some people don't understand. Why do you judge him before? I'm not judging him. The whole point is that we don't. It's imagine if Husam now they're scouting a player that Husam never heard of, that never like the guy is not fit. The guy's never played Champions League, never. But and then Husam is like, but I don't know what to say about this guy. But it's a very high risk. Why you're judging him? I judge him because I'm Liverpool. I'm not Brentford. I don't sign unknown players from Denmark and hope they work. That's not how it works, bro. People need to understand that's not how it works. It's not top clubs. That's not how it works. Juventus, when they want to sign player, for example, they go sign the best player at Fiorentina. You know, Chiesa. They went and like, who's your best player? Chiesa. Give me Chiesa. They didn't go to like Vlahovic. You know what I mean? Like Inter, when you go sign, oh my God, we signed the captain of Lazio, for example. You just works, it doesn't work. That's a different story, by the way. This is not like Chelsea now. What you did with Maresca is that I'm gonna tell you what you did with Maresca. What you did with Maresca is this exactly.
Is what?
Is this. Just let me just put my idea.
Arteta project that they mocked.
No, yeah, something like that. But I'm telling you for a player. When, for
He was even
example,
Pep's assistant, by the way.
yeah, when
They're copying the homework.
Brighton went and got Mitoma. Brighton can afford if Mitoma failed. Brighton, it's okay. But Chelsea, if your manager fail, the players that are gonna look around and say, "Cole Palmer said, I'm out of here." What is this, bro?
Yeah.
What is this, bro? And also, do you know what's even worse? They're giving him 5-year contract. A club
I saw that. That's crazy.
is not. Do you know why that is crazy? Because the club is in financial trouble next season. That's the reports, not Mo. That's not me saying. The new rule is that you have to lower your wage bill. You have to lower your wage bill. But we have a lower wage bill. We have a lower wage bill.
Why do you do a Kermit the Frog when you want to imitate Chelsea
fans? I don't know, yeah, because some of the children had to watch out. We have a lower wage bill. We have a low wage bill anyway.
Yeah, watch out, my club.
But the low wage bill is very simple. The low wage bill, right? It is by that low wage. Imagine this, guys. You have a lower wage bill than everybody else, and you still need to lower it down to comply with the new rules. طب يعني watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out. Here you go.
Watch out. Yeah, watch out, my club.
Pasta Sempa. I fully trust Enzo Maresca. And stop fucking calling managers and players with their first name.
There you are.
This is bullshit.
There you are. There you are.
Enzo.
Let's do super chat for moving on to United. There you are. There you are. Why are you mad at Pasta just for calling him Enzo? His name is Enzo.
Maresca. Because there is Enzo Fernandez, there is Enzo Maresca. So call him Maresca.
So you want to call Enzo Fernandez?
Or call Enzo Fernandez Enzo. خلاص, we call Enzo Fernandez Enzo. Let's call this guy Maresca. I fully trust Enzo. In Roman era, we only won 5 Premier League. 5 Premier
League. Only won 5 Premier Leagues against Ferguson, against Wenger, against the best of the best. Yeah. Against Pep. Yes. Only though.
Faisal is saying, rest in peace, Chelsea. Please get Minerals on your show.
Yeah, I tried to speak to Minerals. It's difficult to get Minerals on the stream. He's like a It's like a gem to get on your channel, you know. Big up to and Johnny Minerals. Let's have it right.
Let's have it right. I think this is hash to Chelsea fans because the UK government has ruined the club. American owners running a football club make it make sense.
No, but here's the thing. Even when it comes to American owners, there is my problem is not just the owners. I'm not sat here just talking about Todd Bowley and Iqbali. I'm talking about the structure in general, the players that you sign. The reason why I said Maresca and big up Bonso. The reason why I said Maresca and McKenna would make sense at Man United, which is the next club we're going to be talking about, so stick around. The reason why it makes sense is Dan Ashworth, Jim Ratcliffe, Omar Barada. They're fixing everything in terms of structure. So they're getting the structure right. The problem is the Chelsea structure has failed over a 2-year period. They've made way more wrong decisions than they've done right ones. That's just the reality. Whether it pisses you off, whether it angers you, whether it makes you cry at night, it's just the honest, full stop reality. They've made a lot more wrong decisions in a 2-year period than they've done right decisions. Man United are still in step one. They're trying to fix the club. They're getting the best of the best, whilst Chelsea are, headed in a wrong direction. So because they're headed in a wrong direction, in terms of like the players signed and all that, you give that to Maresca. Hey, I don't know if they will necessarily fix the club, to be honest with you. And Mo is 100% right. I think by December, no, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. By October, people will be Maresca out. Watch this space right here. And by the way, you think we get the vindication now because they're signing Maresca? No, we don't get the vindication now. We get the vindication next season when they all come back and go like, Husam, you were right. I'm sorry. We shouldn't have sacked Poch. It's going to happen. Wait and see. Big up to you, Damon. Big up to Pasta. Big up to Faisal for the super chats. Big up to all of you guys. Big up to Pasta. It's crazy. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. I'm sure there's 100 of you who haven't subscribed. There's 100 of you who haven't liked. So like button right now. Stop what you're doing. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe to MHF. This is football and footy. Judge Mo is also in the description. So, go subscribe to both channels if you haven't yet done so. We are literally 20 subscribers away from 5.1k. So let's keep pushing. Like, subscribe, share the video everywhere. All that good stuff. Let's do it. Yes, our owners want to turn Chelsea into Dortmund. Damon, you don't even have to use the Dortmund example. Your owners have turned Chelsea into Brighton. They've gotten the Brighton scouts. They've gotten the Brighton Winstanley, Stewart, bro. They're just doing the Brighton thing. Think about it. What did they say last time? More, they want to get involved in on-pitch decisions. Why? They want to retain their value of the players that they signed so that they can sell them later on for money. How much do you think Cole Palmer's worth now? How much do you think Malo Gusto is worth now? How much do you think Disasi is worth now? Badiashile is worth now? All of them are worth more money. The only ones that are worth less money is Enzo and Caicedo and Mudryk, of course. That's what I say. Big up to you, Damon. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's subscribe. And Mo, I want you to start the next topic because it's a Man United related thing and they'll say I'm biased. The whole Ten Hag situation. There's people who want Ten Hag to stay. There's people who don't want Ten Hag to leave. What do you think of it in general?
Dear Ineos and the Glazers family, we as Manchester United fans have been reading quotes regarding worrying reports in the lead up to and after the FA Cup final this Saturday against Manchester City. Regarding Erik Ten Hag's future, Erik Ten Hag has not had his best season, but he has had tough cards dealt, 60 plus cases of injury, instability as a result of the sales process, the media's portrayal of him and his squad alongside much more. Erik Ten Hag does not deserve to leave this football club. He is 2 years into a project in which he has brought home 2 trophies, more than any other manager since Alex Ferguson. It has not always been perfect, but he has done very well. I can say as a Manchester United fan, I do not want Erik Ten Hag sacked, agreed to leave by mutual consent or resigned, as I will be in the group of fans protesting against this.
Who?
Football is fucking finished.
Who wrote this letter?
It is from 5 UK. It's signed by a lot of people. I actually got sent the letter. I actually got sent the letter. Open letter. I am writing, Dear Man United. Watch. I am writing Streetfoot post. You know, this is an account. Um,
Yes,
do you know which one is that? This is an account.
I know the
This
owner
is
of
it.
that account.
I am writing as a passionate and dedicated. Anyway, when Ineos came into the picture, Erik ten Hag in just 2 years has guided the team. Yeah, fuck off. Wallah.
Why are you so angry? Why you go 0 to 100 real quick?
الغباء لا دين له. As you say that.
Stupidity has no religion.
Seriously. When
كمل
I
كمل.
read this, Erik ten Hag in just 2 years has guided the team to win 2 trophies and reach 3 finals. Aims one of the most challenging and whatever word periods in foot. This accomplishments, nothing short of phenomenal, especially considering the adverse environment and internal conflicts he has had to navigate. His achievements are a testament to his tactical acumen. Now, wallah, I'm done. I can't read this fucking shit. Wallah,
Continue it. Why you stop? Carry on.
read it. It is so cringe and bad. His achievements
Continue it. Why you
his
stop? Don't stop.
tactical acumen, leadership, an unwavering dedication to the club. Yes, there have been downs, bad downs, but this is really a surprise given to the comedy environment he's had to deal with. Like many managers before him, Manchester United has always prided itself on its high standard. Yeah, you had one manager successful. What fucking high standard, you fucking bozos, right? And values. The names being floated as potential replacement, McKenna, De Zerbi, Southgate, and Potter, are simply not in line with what Manchester United represent. These candidates, while competent in their own right, do not embody the pedigree and ambition that are synonyms with our club. Manchester United deserves leadership that upholds its rich traditions and its values. The names being considered as replacements fall well below the standards we expect. It is imperative that we redirect our efforts towards creating a supportive environment for Erik ten Hag, allowing him to continue his work without unwarranted distractions. Let us truly put Manchester United back into Manchester by standing by our principles, respecting those who have given their all for the club, and making decisions that reflect the high standards we all hold dear. You know what the problem with this letter is?
Tell me.
High standards and Ten Hag don't align when you scraped past Newport and past Coventry. They don't align. When you lose at home to Bournemouth 3-0 with no style of play, at least Ange Postecoglou emphasizes on one way of playing football, no matter what. Get Ange Postecoglou a better player. The style of play is guys, I am actually reading the letter. People think I'm getting this from my head. I'm reading a letter that was sent to Ineos that almost has 1 million views, right, on Twitter, on X. Wallahi, I just it's unbelievable, right? That no matter what it is, and Martin, stop being disingenuous. Said good football doesn't matter when you win, Martin. They fucking
Not when you
finished
finish
8th.
eighth. Martin, can you stop
When you,
crying? I realize you're a massive crier. Like, no one's
Martin,
listen. You know, Martin,
he's
I've been
winding
pro
me up.
Arsenal all year
He's
long. I've
winding
said
me up.
Arsenal. Once again, I've said Arsenal have had a better season than Man United. I've said all that shit. I'm not one of the people who say United had a better season because they won an FA Cup. I'm not on that type of guy, okay? But you need to chill. There's a difference between finishing 8th and playing shit football and finishing 1st and playing shit football. If next season Arteta played the crappiest style of football and you won the league, you wouldn't give a fuck. That's Mo's point. So what are your thoughts on this letter? Tell me before I speak.
These 2 letters, to be honest, they show. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Do you know what they show? They show that
What?
Man United fans are scared. By the way, I guarantee you, no Man United fan, sane Man United fan, right, actually wants Ten Hag to stay.
I disagree with you.
But hold on, just let me finish. Why? I'm going to tell you why. There is no signs that this guy actually can bring Manchester United back to the top. And I'm going to tell you why. Even when they won the cup this season, right, they played like a Brentford, which is not one. If you ask any man, if you take the money, okay, I like this. If you take the Man United fan on the side, okay, and ask him, what brand of football do you want to play? They say, we don't have to play like Pep, but we want to have a specific style of play that win game, and we need to be Manchester United like a dominant team. Liverpool aren't pass, but Liverpool are a dominant team. They impose their will on the game. Man United need to do that. The problem with this is that in the final, the final that you won and against Liverpool, right? The final that you won and against Liverpool, right? You remember you won against Liverpool. You weren't the better team on the pitch. You didn't like tactically. As I'm gonna tell you, and there is a difference between one game. Like for example, Inter played Barcelona. We defended and we won, right? But I'm not gonna say I
You
won.
don't just defend, you park the train that day.
Yeah. But my point about it, if I sit there and say this is me playing every game, I want to play like Inter. By the way, under Mourinho in the league, when we won the league, we were dominant. Like we had 65% position. You know what I mean? We smother oppositions. You can be a little bit tactically, what is it called, flexible when you play the Liverpools, the Arsenal. Like what we ask Arsenal when we criticize Man City for not being flexible. However, they are not dominant against Bournemouth. They are not dominant against Crystal Palace, for example. Right? You know what I mean? Like
No, I accept that. That's true.
but that's my point. Like, I don't see him like people say, "Oh my God, that's his tactical genius against Man City." That's if he win other games against other teams and have a style of play, and he change it against fucking Man City. He fucking didn't. He doesn't have a style of play. He had a style of play last. By the way, Man United last season, they were a good team. They played good football. They were direct. They were straight. Ericsson used to be next to Casemiro. He used to look good. There's a reason why we sat here last season and said Casemiro was one of the best midfielders in the league. DMs, they finished third. They had at home. They were better than Arsenal. They were better than Liverpool. They were better than everybody, other than Man City at home, right? So last season, at least, they had a style of and everyone that tells me about Marcus Rashford bailed them out all the time. Fucking Erling Haaland scored 55,000 goals last season. We don't sit here and say Erling Haaland bailed
Okay, let
them
me
out.
tell you. Let's talk to the other side, Mo. 1 second. Here's the other side of the argument.
Why do you
Since
cut me
Alex
off?
Ferguson, hire David Moyes, sack him. Hire Van Hal, sack him. Hire Mourinho, sack him. Hire Oli, sack him. Hire Ranić, sack him. I understand where the Man United fans are coming from. I understand their logic. Their logic is we have hired and sacked so many managers that it's getting to the point where we just want to stick with one and see where we go. I get that part. I actually think Ten Hag could be a good manager under one circumstance. If Ten Hag becomes a yes man, which is Ten Hag does not make a single transfer decision. Because all the players that Man United want to get rid of now, like the likes of Anthony and the likes of all these shit players, it's Ten Hag who signed. The only one that you could say is actually good is Lisandro Martinez, to be fair. The rest of them now they want to get rid of, like the likes of Casemiro and others. I think the one thing that you could do to Ten Hag, if you want them to, big up Ahmed in the chat, make sure guys go subscribe to AA United TV. Get me one of the realest United fans out there. Big up to you, Ahmed. Here's the thing. When it comes to this whole conversation, people need to understand something. I think Ten Hag could be a good manager. Just let him succeed without any transfer decisions. Also, me and Mo also recognize this. Even though me and him agree, listen, if you ask me, should Ten Hag be sacked? My answer is absolutely. Because he's the one who signed these players. He's the one who's done all that. The reason why I understand where the other side is coming from is it's not necessarily just tactical. It's more transfer decisions that have let Man United down to the umpteenth degree. Yani, if I, as Jim Ratcliffe, own Man United, okay? Let's say I'm Jim Ratcliffe. I sit back and I go like, okay, so my options in this market are basically Enzo Maresca, Scott McKenna, Thomas Frank, Gareth Southgate. I don't think that any of these managers are going to come in here and fix Manchester United. So I might as well give Ten Hag the chance, However, I will have a sit-down conversation with Ten Hag and I'll be like, you know what? I'll tell you. You know what I'll tell you? I'll tell you the following. Do not ask for any transfers. Let us cook. Let us scout players. We'll give you players that you want to work with. We all remember the infamous story. Jurgen Klopp wanted Branton Gotze. Michael Edwards is like, no, pal. Here you can have Mo Salah. Here you can have Sadio Mane. And the rest is history. Sometimes being a yes man, if you have the good structure, is not a bad thing. Which is why now Omar Barada, Jim Ratcliffe, Dan Ashworth need to start cooking and let Ten Hag just do the coaching stuff on the football pitch. If your options, and I think even more recognizes this is the reality. If your options are like Southgate and Potter ومش عارف ايش, might as well just stick to Ten Hag. Try it. Just you do the transfers though. So this summer, tell Ten Hag, don't give me a single recommendation. Do not tell me one recommendation. I don't care. We're not signing any player that you want. We're signing 100% the players that we want.
What are you saying?
Would that be bad, Mo, if it's Southgate, Potter, and these guys?
Can he fix it?
Here's the thing. It's not him who has to fix it alone. Dan Ashworth has to fix it. Omar Barada has to fix it. Jim Ratcliffe has to fix it. They have to fix it, bro. It's not just Ten Hag alone, yani. It's not خلاص Ten Hag fix it and full stop.
What about the football on the like anyway?
I think that's fixable. I think that's also fixable.
From him, by
I,
him?
I think he could go play the Ajax style of football next season. If Jim Ratcliffe tells him, listen, go play attacking football, we won't sack you. We won't sack you. Tell him we won't sack you. Play your offensive attacking football and let's see where we go from here.
Maybe.
Just get him the right player.
I don't know. I have seen good signs from the guy at Ajax. They used to play very, very good brand of football. And it's not only good brand, it was a good brand effective.
Yes.
But he hasn't shown us this at Man United this season, and he regressed. And I have to say the same thing for every club. You regress, you get sacked. He regressed. He was very good, yes, but he regressed. And I actually said the first season, he had a good season. Very good first season, by the way. Very, very good. At Man United, winning the Carabao Cup.
You were defending him last year, to be fair.
Yeah, getting the final. Actually, by the way, being tactically a little bit flexible when he played Liverpool at home, when he played, you know what I mean? He wasn't bad. But I think this year he regret because he left, he actually abandoned the style of play that he wants. Like, and I don't understand why people don't understand this. Like, he actually abandoned. I'm going to tell you something like, I think in the last season, though, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he actually, at the end of the season, they still got third with Lissandro was injured.
Yeah.
Listen, I gotta say.
Okay, Mo, put yourself in the United fan shoes, okay? Ten Hag, I realize, has done so many mistakes. And if you ask me, does he deserve to get sacked? I'll say yes. But let me ask you a question. You're a United fan. God forbid. You're a United fan. Now, I'm telling you, Mo, Ten Hag is a shit manager. He deserves to get sacked. But your other options are Southgate, Potter, Scott McKenna. Do you take the risk? See where it gets sticky? This is the problem. Because Man United, once again, Mo, they're not looking at like Hansi Flick and all this.
Zerbi is available and Xavi is available.
Xavi, I think, if they can get Xavi, I'm with you.
Zerbi, better than Ten Hag, 100%.
Xavi is better than both.
Because he won the league. Because he won the league with Barcelona.
And also, he's one of the greatest minds in football. Stop it, Mo. Don't do this. As a brain, as a footballing brain, he's one of the great.
Habibi, but just can we stop? Football players doesn't mean you're a good manager. Just to let you know.
I accept that, but he won the league with Barcelona, who's in an absolutely crap situation right now.
Real Madrid, but people in Spain don't like him actually.
Yeah, their best player is like a 15-year-old, bro, Lamine Yamal. Come on, man. They signed finished Lewandowski. They signed Rafinha from Leeds.
I actually think they should sack Ten Hag and hire De Zerbi or hire Xavi. It doesn't matter, one of them.
No, I'm with you. But look at the guys they mentioned in the letter. Camera, can you focus? Fraud.
Why do you have autofocus anyway?
I don't even know what autofocus is, and I don't even know if this camera has autofocus to begin with. So
It
back
does
to
have
the topic.
autofocus. All the cameras have autofocus.
Okay, sorry, Mr. Technology. Are you done? You played Tetris growing up. Now back to the topic.
Snake.
The
It's actually
this guy
shame on you.
played
I played Snake on Nokia
Tetris. He played
when you were
PlayStation
6 years
1,
old. When you
Fraud,
PlayStation 1. I
Super
played Sega.
Mario,
I played no. I played
Sega,
Sega Mega
Sonic
Drive
the
before that.
Hedgehog.
I played Sega Mega
I
Drive
played
way
Sonic the
before that.
Hedgehog. He talked to me
I played
about
Super
technology.
Mario, bro, on
You
Nintendo.
played Tetris on that little thing that's like a nerd. You fraud. Has some shape. Talk about autofocus. Now he's I went to America, have a green card.
So that's actually like shame on you that you don't know that the camera has autofocus. Shame on you.
Bro, I'm not a camerologist. I'm a chemical engineer. I don't know about this shit.
Camerologist. Camerologist.
Camerologist. So here's the thing. If your other options are that, I get why the United fans say that. يعني عن جد, I'm being serious. If you're telling me Potter, Southgate and shit like that, خلاص keep Ten Hag. It's pointless to sack him.
Why don't they go and get Antonio Conte instead of going to Napoli?
There you are. You want them to absolutely ruin their football club. خلاص. Just send it to the
Antonio
shit.
Conte is gonna. Antonio Conte is not gonna be like.
Antonio Conte, because Antonio Conte loves working with youngsters and loves working with, that type of squad. He's going to buy 5 30-year-olds.
Garnacho. Why you're celebrating, Garnacho? Why you're celebrating?
Well, I have some shame.
Yeah. Listen, Ten Hag, whatever. Fuck Ten Hag, bro. Anyway.
You really hate Man United. I realize this. You really hate them. You cannot stand them. It's beautiful.
Not that. I actually not that. It's just like to be honest with you,
Me and you are combined on the hatred of Man United, on the hatred of possession football, on the hatred of Pep Guardiola, on the hatred of Chelsea fans. That's
you
the
don't
4
like
things
Barcelona.
that
I don't hate Chelsea fans at all. At all.
That's a lie. You completely dislike Chelsea fans. Poch out.
No. I think they're spoiled though.
Get Poch out my club. Poch out.
But there is no one like Man United fans. I think the most spoiled
by far.
No, I think the most spoiled fans around in the world are Barcelona fans. Like these are the most spoiled.
There you are. Here we come. Yalla, go ahead, Mo. Go ahead. Yalla. Tell me about Barcelona.
I'm not.
لا say it. Might as well. Go ahead.
Most spoiled.
Why are you shy? يا أخي? Talk.
No, shy. I have done this many times.
Go for it, brother. Why you?
I don't hate Man United. Let's talk about Man United. Forget Barcelona. The reason why Man United fans is, for example, if you haven't watched Rivals Rumble yesterday, Ahmed yesterday used the word that drives me crazy. We're Manchester United. Isn't that Gary Neville's word, right? They use it now as, do you know that word is the definition of I'm entitled? We're Manchester United. What does that even word mean? What do you mean? Does Nottingham Forest fans say we're Nottingham Forest? Does Aston Villa fans say we're Aston Villa? Leeds say we're Leeds United. Nobody does this shit but Man United fans. We're Manchester United. We're big Manchester United. You know what I mean? This is Manchester United. Like, it just... The problem is the fans that actually see Man United now, all they saw in their life is Alex Ferguson and being successful. They don't know that football go in cycles. I didn't know Liverpool fans that saw the 80s and stuff and live now and saw that dominance fully. And I didn't see them during the 90s and the 2000s when Liverpool weren't winning. You know what I mean? I didn't see what did Liverpool fans kept saying, we're Liverpool, we deserve something. Because I think in football, nobody deserves anything, bro. Nobody deserves anything. Manchester United are the only team that think they deserve something because this is Manchester United. You know what I mean? They just deserve it. Oh man, we deserve it. The second people are Chelsea fans, and it's annoying. It's actually annoying. Like, the difference is Arsenal fans, for example, they keep some of them are annoying. But they don't say these words. You know what I mean? They don't come up with these words. This is Manchester United. Like it's ridiculous. Like hearing someone just assume that they should be successful because this is Manchester United, bro. It's crazy. Because listen, I didn't watch Manchester United before. You had 30 years without a league title, but you have the guts to tell me this is Manchester United because you had a good period from 92 to 2012. So 92, 2002, 2000, you had 20 years of success. Would Manchester United fans, and I'm being serious, would Manchester United fans accept it if Chelsea fans 10 years from now or 8 years from now don't win a lot and sit on streams and tell us, this is Chelsea. We are Chelsea Football Club. We deserve this. Imagine. So all of you Manchester United fans that are live right now and talk to us on social media, because I guarantee you there is no 70 years old Man United fan that saw Man United succeed in the 60s. They aren't alive now. They don't talk to us. They talk to their grandchildren. They don't talk to me and Husam. Imagine if Chelsea fans 6 years from now or 7 years from now, right, sit or with us on streams and tell us, we are Chelsea Football Club. We deserve this. Because logically speaking, over the past 20 years, since 2004 until this moment, Chelsea have won 2 Champions Leagues, 5 league titles, 2 Europa Leagues, and some cups. So realistically speaking, they have been, over the past 20 years, they have been the biggest club over this year, right? Probably they didn't have history before that. They didn't. Or they
You're
had
talking
one
about
league
United?
title. I'm talking about Chelsea now, right?
Oh, Chelsea.
One league title.
Yeah, they're
And
the most
because
successful in the last 20 years before
20
the City
years,
thing.
2 Champions Leagues, 5 league titles, 2 Europa Leagues, Europe, a Club World Cup, Europe, Super Cups in Europe. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
logically speaking, they can in 8 years from now sit with us and tell us we're Chelsea Football Club, like Manchester. This is Manchester United.
We're
Bro,
Man United, the biggest club in the world.
you have seen one manager. Like I'm talking to you, Man United fans. You have seen one successful manager all your life. All your life, you've seen one successful manager, and you have seen 5 other that are failing. You sacked one after the other. That's what you have seen. I know the history is there, Old Trafford and building and the working class and all the 20s and the 60s and Bobby Charlton and won a Champions League before, and you had this guy and this guy. That's fine. That's fine. Right? That is completely fine. Torino had history in Italy, won 9 league titles, if I'm not mistaken. But Torino don't sit and say, Torino, we deserve something. Nobody says that. Nobody says this. My point
You have to
about
work
it is
for
that, yes, Manchester United assume that things should be given. And because they are the highest revenue team or the second highest revenue team, value team around in the world. Do you know that Leeds revenue and the revenue, I think they are 20th while being in the championship. That by itself is massive. You know, being in the championship, that's massive, right?
Yeah.
Right. But Leeds United don't sit here and tell us we deserve anything. They don't.
You have to earn it.
That is my problem with football fans. With that, it's the same goes for Barcelona fans because they had Messi. Bro, before Messi, you had 1 Champions League and some league titles. Messi came to your club and you won a lot because he's arguably the best player to ever play the game, right?
Yeah.
But nobody deserves anything in football unless you work right for it. You do the right things. Right? That's my problem. This is why when you say, Mo, you hate Manchester United, I don't. I have this thing about when Inter fans used to say that. Wallahi, Inter fans, because I did some Inter work before I did the Premier League, like on YouTube, right? Before I was given the chance. Some Inter fans still thought that we deserve because we won a treble in 2010. They sat on streams and said we deserve stuff. Bro, you don't deserve anything. Your club is in shambles. Your players are absolutely revolting. Your players are in. Bro, bro, Martial, and I'm gonna say this: Martial did his farewell today, right? He's leaving. Why does Martial deserve? The guy sat on the club, got injured, got paid, left. Did he win you a league title or something? He had a couple of good moments, right, at the club. Good looking, I'm not saying good moments, good looking moments. This sentimental thing in football fans is driving me fucking crazy, bro. The sentiment of, oh, this guy stayed at my club for 5 years. Bro, who gives a fuck, bro? Is he a legend at your club, bro? Did he win you something? Did he win best player in the league numerous times? Did he carry your team, for example? No, he fucking didn't, bro. He's made of a glass, bro. Why does he deserve this shit? Like, why people sit on and have this sentimental thing about fucking football? It's not Javier Zanetti stayed 20 something fucking years at the club, or Paolo Maldini, one club man all his fucking life, bro. That doesn't happen. Or Sergio Ramos, multiple Champions Leagues and league titles. This is Anthony Martial, bro.
No, I get where you're coming from. I think the only thing it's about with the Ten Hag situation and the fixing Man United, it's just about the caliber of manager they're looking at, because that is the thing where I'm like, I understand where they're coming from. Let's do the super chats. Big up to my guy Safe, who says Eric Ten Hag is a great cup manager, but United needs someone who can continuously compete for the Premier League and Champions League. I can vision Barada choosing Inzaghi. Availability, I think he's asking you that.
Inzaghi, yeah, Inzaghi safe. So Inzaghi, why would Inzaghi go to Manchester United now? How? Like, can someone explain to me this? How is Inzaghi? Yeah, if, by the way, if they could have gotten Inzaghi, we would have heard links with them, Inzaghi, Hansi Flick. Do you know they aren't thinking about these names for whatever reason? I don't know, right? I don't know what the reason is. Why they aren't talking about to Inzaghi?
Yeah, but if they triple his wages, he might make the move.
Yeah, but the problem is they aren't even linked to these guys. No, I don't think so. Not now.
No, but I hear where Safe is coming from. That's why I'm saying, listen, if you sack Ten Hag, it's not a crazy decision. It's just about who the hell you replace him with.
Now, hold on. See, the way you put the word, if they sack Ten Hag now, right, it's the decision closer to the right.
Okay, Mo, simple. Let's do either or. Quick fire questions. Footy Judge Mo. Guys, like and subscribe. Let's just end. I want you to understand where I'm coming.
200 likes first before we ask.
Yeah.
It's over 300 here and we aren't even in 200 likes. That's embarrassing.
4:27 a.m. local Jordanian time, you frauds. Hit the like button.
I'm sitting here 4 a.m. doing streams, talking about football, and you're getting entertained. Like the damn video, at least. Like the video.
So, let's do quick fire. Don't tell me your life story. Choose one or the other. Ten Hag or Simeone?
Simeone.
Okay, Ten Hag or Inzaghi?
Yeah, Inzaghi.
Ten Hag or Flick?
Flick.
Ten Hag or Xavi?
Xavi.
Ten Hag or De Zerbi?
De Zerbi.
Ten Hag or Potter? Be honest, Adi. Okay. Ten Hag or Southgate?
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag or Scott McKenna?
McKenna.
Ten Hag or Maresca?
Maresca.
Ten Hag or Thomas Frank?
Thomas Frank.
Okay, so out of the 5 that they're linked with, 2 of them, you say Ten Hag, and the other 3, you say the other manager's name, which is fair. I accept that. That's your opinion. However, you can understand why. You see who I started with. Xavi Hernandez, De Zerbi, all the managers that you spoke about, Mo, they're not linked to any of them. This is the problem. You get it? They're not linked to any of them. That's why I am understanding of where they're coming from. Because they are not trying to see McKenna, Thomas Frank, Southgate, Potter take over Manchester United. That's the major difference here. So we agree. Me and you agree completely.
Pochettino is available.
I think Pochettino would be fantastic at Man United. 100%.
He
100%.
literally said, I want to coach Man United, yeah.
Yeah, offensive football, attacking football, possession would improve the youngsters. People would cook. Mbappe had his best season under Poch. Cole Palmer, best season under Poch. Son, best seasons under Poch. Ericsson, best seasons under Poch. Dele Alli, best season under Poch. I accept what you're saying, but that's not one of the ones they're looking at. That's the issue. Anyway, big up to you, Safe. Big up to you guys. We're approaching the hour. We want you guys to enjoy this on the replay. So we're going to kind of keep making it, something that you can watch a bit more of, you get me, on the replay and enjoy it without going for too long. So slap the like button, subscribe to MHF, Footy Judge Mo, and This is Footballer, both in the description. We're going to be back probably tomorrow. I don't know which time. Me and Mo will speak about it, inshallah. Love to all of you guys. And let's relive one more moment together from the iconic MHF moments.
Why it's
before
only me?
No, it's both of us because I laugh. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Enjoy watching.
Applies. It's all about how much work you're willing to put in. Muhammad Salah, right? Puts in the guy's body shape and what is wrong? Can I see which one made you laugh? Laughing, boy. I'm not laughing. Molo gusto. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. No, I want to know. This is fun. I don't know what that is, back, man. Molo gusto is crazy. But that's also, but his name is Malo Gusto, so change one name. He said bring Gusto. It's like Malo Gusto. End the stream, Dave. I cannot do this. Kalas, I cannot. Mo, you have to learn how to let me laugh and ignore it. Because you could have moved on already. I said Malo Gusto. I've had enough. SD boy, I hate you. I hate you so much because... Listen, here's the thing. Okay, go ahead, Mo. Talk. Kalas. I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna mute my mic now. Kalas, here. Just talk, Mo. Ignore my laughter. There you are. See how you twisted my words? Why you didn't like at the start when I twisted? Why are you twisting now? But that's your head. That's my that directly triggers me. Don't put your head. As soon as he does this, I start. Why? Yeah, it's very comfortable. Yeah. I'm stretching. Okay. Here's the thing. Can you put your hands down because you don't make me laugh? Don't do this. Why when I do this it makes you laugh? Yeah, I'm sitting. I'm sitting in the same chair. Well, I'm sitting in the same chair from 7:30 in the morning. Oh, well, when have I been sitting? Straight facts. Back again. Now this. Exactly. Carry on. Oh, wait. We should. Mo, can you bring your arms down, please? Can you bring your arms down, please? Yeah, I'm sitting. Emma, what's the problem? I'm done. Oh my days. We must beat Spurs. I think City will.